Hi, welcome to Building an Atom with your host, me, Colin Kanizak. Now, today we are going to be building the atom called neon. Now, neon is what you would call a noble gas. Noble gases are odorless, tasteless, non-flammable. They are probably one of the most plain gases in all of basically the universe, seemingly. Now, they are the fifth most abundant gas in the universe, but there is not much of it within the Earth itself. There is about 2 liters within the average household. Now, neon, if you light it up, if you run an electrical current through it, it will glow like, with a reddish or orange glow, like this hot now sign. Hi, it's me again. Now, I'm going to go over what you need to build your atom. So first, you're going to need the periodic table to get all of your essential information that you'll ever need on neon or any other atom that you choose to do. Now, I chose to use clay because that's what we happen to have in the house. But you can also use many other things. You can use styrofoam, you can use just about anything that is hard enough and will take on paint, or any other color that we shall show you what you need. Now next, what I chose to use was these glow sticks. These glow sticks are what we're going to use to represent the rings that go around the atom, or the neon atom. Now, the glow sticks we decided to use because they glow up, and neon is orange and glows orange or red when you put an electrical charge through it. Next, what you're going to need is you're going to need some fishing line that we happen to have here that we will use for basically attaching everything together. Like with all the electrons everywhere, and you're going to need to attach the electrons with the ring that we're going to make out of these neon glow sticks connected to the nucleus within the middle with all your protons and neutrons. And that's what we chose to use string for, is to keep that all together. Next, you're going to have blue neon paint, green neon paint, and orange neon paint. Now, all of these are very vibrant and, as I said, neon paint because they're very vibrant and they color up, they have very bright colors. Now, we are going to use the orange for the electrons, green for the protons, and blue for the neutrons because orange matches, well, with our glow sticks that we happen to have yet again. You're going to need, I chose to use 3 paintbrushes, but you can use 1, but you're going to have to wash it off every single time that you reuse it. Now, I also decided to grab some tape just in case, in order to keep the glow sticks together and from falling apart, because maybe those little patch things that come with it might not work. So, last but not least, you're going to need glue, and that's to keep the nucleus together itself. As I said, the string is used to keep the rings attached to it, but we want to use Elmer's glue, but you can use hot glue. First, let's take a look at the periodic table to find out what we need to know about neon. Now, neon has a symbol of Ne. It is located to the very far right of the periodic table with all of its fellow noble gases. Neon's atomic number is 10. That means that there are 10 protons, 10 electrons, and 10 neutrons. Now, the atomic weight is 20. So, here's the math. If you take your neutrons plus your protons, then you get your atomic mass. Or if you don't even have the neutrons, or you have the protons, or the other way around, you can just take the atomic mass, subtract it by either one, and then you get the other. Now, electrons weigh too little in order to count. Here's a representation of what the neon atom would look like. Now, there's 10 protons and 10 neutrons in the middle combined together, and then you have 2 outer rings where the electrons are. There's two electrons in the inner ring, and then there's 8 electrons in the outer ring. Now that we've done our research, now we can start the building. So first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to roll out about 10 clay balls for neutrons and protons, so about 20 in total. But they're also going to be about the same size for neutrons and protons, because they're about the same size. The only thing that's going to contrast them is your color of paint. Now, this can go right there. And now we know what you're going to need is you're going to need some electrons. Now we're going to make these a little bit smaller than our protons and neutrons, but not like a direct actual representation, because they're 1,800 times smaller than a neutron or proton. So we're going to stick that right there in front of our orange. So now that we've done making our clay, now we need to paint them all. So you need to paint 10 of your neutrons blue, 10 of the protons green, and 10 of them orange. There, now wasn't that easy? Now I'm building the nucleus, making out of our protons and our neutrons. I'm going to be using hot glue. Now we're going to start the assembly process. So when we start, we're going to want to make our inner ring and our outer ring. Now the inner ring will contain 2 necklaces, and the outer ring will have 3. Now the inner ring will only have 2 electrons on it, and the outer ring will have 8. So make sure that when you assemble it, they have to be equally apart. So like this one would be here, and this one would be about here. Now we're going to put these on like so. While these are drying, we're going to start tying some fishing line to the nucleus. Okay, so now we're going to actually form the rings. So we're going to take this and put it in there, like so. So now we have the first ring. Now we shall take the second ring and take it like so, and put it like that, providing it actually stays. Like that. Okay, so we're going to take this fishing line. I've already knotted it up right here, and we're going to actually attach the 2 rings together before we attach it to the nucleus. So we're going to take it through here, and we're going to want to wrap it around through here multiple times, and then we're going to tie it after we wrap it around. Well, I'm also going to use a coat hanger because I think that the nucleus might be a little too big to be hung by the string of the rings. Now, I know I didn't say this in the materials, but as every good scientist should know, that you learn things along the way as you do it. Okay, so now that we've cut the coat hanger, now we're going to attach the nucleus and actually the rings to it as well. So first we need to wrap it around it a little better, so that way we can tie it together as well. Okay, behold, we have the finished product of the atom, the lights. Now, for special effects, we have a black light, and look at the glory of it all. Thank you for tuning in to Neon Lights with Colin Z. Kubisiak, your host. Thank you.